Good afternoon, everybody. This is Brandon Evans with Premier Racing Setups. This week we are at the concrete 1.33 mile racetrack that is Nashville Super Speedway. This track has a lot of great racing, good old bump in turn 4. So let's jump right into it. We'll do a couple laps and then we'll talk about it.
That last lap that you ran there, that was really, really nice.
All right, we'll get this thing stopped and we'll slow down and jump right into the analysis. All right. Back this up so you guys can see. All right. Just like most of the ovals that we go to here, you'll have this apron spot that you can take if you want. Rule of thumb is take the draft, although if you have the opportunity, passing on the bottom here is where you kind of want to be. Turn 1 and 2, maybe not so much. You have some maneuverability there. You can run the top and kind of get a run down the corner. Turn 3 is a little bit more challenging. Turn 4 is a little bit more challenging, and we'll get to that here in just a moment. So coming down to the line, here I chose to just stay right on the yellow line. The first braking zone is going to be in and around this purple ally sign. So you'll see here about 40-30% braking. Brake the car as needed. I know whenever my initial stab here, it kind of dove down a little harder than I expected. So just kind of work the brake, work your foot off the brake, and then jump back into the gas. Then you can just dig on exit. I personally like to keep my right side tires just on the outside of the seam or on it. Next braking zone is this Rackley sign. Anywhere on it, before it, or just before the end, I don't think I would go past it. Now, early in the run, you can introduce a little bit of trail brake. Later in the run, you're probably going to want to use a little bit more brake. But, you know, the harder you drive it into this corner, the worse off you're going to be. You can see here, I'm kind of working myself up the racetrack. There is a gnarly bump that you will hit, and it will jerk the rear of the car. Let me show you that in real time. Right there. So it's about even with this ally sign. So as you're approaching this corner and you realize this Cup Series sign is coming up and this ally stripe, that bump is coming. If you are not positioned correctly or you don't have the balance under your car set properly and you hit that bump, that's where a lot of wrecks can happen. It pitches the rear of the car. You might have your foot in it too hard and it spins the tires. You'll lose rear grip and you'll likely crash. So be mindful of that. You'll see I'm walking the car up the track right here. I hit this bump and then I get full throttle. So I kind of wait for the bump. About 60-70%, hit the bump and then go. I'm going to widen it out all the way to the fence, and then for here you can drop it down to the apron if you like. Do not touch the grass. We're going to give a good old downshift here. You want to keep your tires on this yellow line or just below this seam. Do not hit the apron. Obviously with the banking and the left side of the tire, if you touch that apron, it's probably going to cause you to wiggle too hard, and if you're side by side and getting side drafted and everything else, it's just going to make for a bad time. So just be very mindful of that. And then you want a good, nice straight exit. So I'm trying to unload the wheel as I shoot for this purple stripe. I think it's a lottery, this lottery stripe right here. We're going to upshift on the backstretch, and then we're going to get right to this Rackley sign. Let it roll, bump, and then dig on exit. And then obviously you will upshift on the front stretch. I think Nashville is a good track. It's a very temperamental track when it comes to the tires. Soak it up for the last few weeks of iRacing because the tire model is getting ready to change with the next gen car. So I have no idea what that's going to bring. That should definitely bring some excitement. So we got a few more weeks before that takes place. So again, enjoy this last little bit here. Be patient at this racetrack. Save your tires early. If you don't, you'll probably pay for it on the exit of the corners, especially with that bump. You're going to probably chew up the right front tire, among other things. So just be mindful of that. Again, that's some laps around Nashville Superspeedway. I'm Brandon Evans with Premier Racing Setups. We appreciate your business, and as always, enjoy the race.